Hey everyone, I'm Royal.
I'm Vanessa.
And this is the Exposed Podcast. And let me tell you,
We
had
had
a
a
time
time
last
last
night.
night.
Oh my God. Had a fun night. First, before we get into that, let's just talk about what we're wearing and the theme. If you want to go first.
Yeah. Let me just say, quick disclaimer. We are in New York, and I don't own the rest of this building, so you might hear some sound. And then I am hungover, so
Me too. Me too.
the shades are staying on. But what am I wearing? Well, my hat is from this vintage place called Ending Soon. Same place I got that skirt, not End of the World. I have a little bit of immigrant brain and things get jumbled. The hat is from a place called Ending Soon, and I found out about them because of this vintage show called A Current Affair, which we'll dive into. The glasses are a Oakley and Michael Jordan collab.
So cool. Cool.
They are from my mom's closet. I did not pay for this. I do want to kind of ask her, though, how much they cost, because we looked that up just before filming, and it's like $3,000.
An absorbent amount.
Yes, insane. The shirt is Jean-Paul Gaultier, the Junior collection, which I kind of wonder what Junior is wearing this cunty-ass outfit.
Yeah, like...
I would like to know. But very cute. It's like a crochet with some characters on it. And then the pants are Fancy Club. And I'm wearing leggings under because I'm not showing no punani. Little sheer. But I love this Vietnamese designer, Fancy Club. I've had them for, I think, 6 years now, these pants. And every year or every time I take them out to the club, I got to cut off about a few more inches because they get dirty.
Oh, God.
But, so, yeah, no more. They're kind of at the end of their club reign. I can't really make them much shorter. Yeah, and then the shoes going straight to the top of whatever this foot website is called.
Oh, my God.
But they are my mom's, and I think they are from the year 2000 or 90s. I'm not sure. Nice, they're so cute. They're real snakeskin, I think. Oh. Yeah, probably. And then there's like some little stones on them.
Animals' rights people. You got fur, you got snakeskin.
All vintage, baby. Yeah, and so they're really cute, and I'm obsessed. And that's the look for today. You're welcome.
Love. I feel like the vibe today is like very Y2K. All of mine is really just thrifted stuff. I have this top, like this sleeveless thing number right here, just with some bedazzles. Where did I get it? I think I got it at Rogue, which is where I got other stuff I was wearing last week, which just this really great, like, vintage, just early 2000s, which early 2000s and vintage don't really go in the same sentence, but you get what I'm saying. I got the top. I have this really cute mini skirt, again, just thrifted. Like, it's this dark denim. Love it. And then I have these boots from, like, I think I got them from like DSW or something.
I love that. DSW baddie.
And then I have this really great like chainmail necklace, which I think I wore the past couple episodes, from Jiggly Junk. They're like one of my favorite chainmail jewelers. I'm gonna put their Instagram in the description, one of my favorites. And then I also have my rings, which all three of these are from Personal Fears, which probably my favorite jewelry brand. On brand for me, they're in the Lower East Side as well.
I was gonna say, okay, we need to do a Lower East Side day, and we go to all these places.
We do. Maybe a little podcast, on the run.
That would be fun. Okay, we don't hang out unless we're working. So
yeah, right. Yeah, no, never. And then that's it for me. I think we're doing a little hybrid, what we've been up to, and also like New York's Hottest Club, because
it's a 2-in-1 special,
baby. It's a 2-in-1.
Lucky you.
Exactly. Should we talk about what we did yesterday?
Yeah, yesterday is like ruined us, but it was such a fun day. I have not had a fun ass day like that in a minute.
It was great.
The sun's out. We've been going crazy. So, all right, New York's Hottest Club. a current affair. Just like insane. Okay, so this is this vintage market that I've been going to for 3 years now.
It's all designer, literally everything.
Like Royal was saying yesterday, nothing below $200, except for what we got somehow.
No, right?
Well, you had to look though.
Oh my god,
we had to hunt for that.
Nothing below $200, and it was really like there were 5 things that were at $200, and then everything else was like $550 or like $450 and up. Like it was so crazy.
And you know these two bitches were bartering.
Oh my god. Oh,
we were negotiating. We were doing what we could, but it's like a bunch of vintage sellers, and then like they have stands.
It's this big warehouse.
Yes, it's an industry city in Brooklyn. Gorgeous. They have like an entire floor of a building. Literally. And they have, I don't even know how many, 40, 50 sellers.
Oh my god, so many. And all of their racks were to the brim. Like there was no wasted space. In New York City fashion, there was no wasted space.
And this is the thing that I don't love, but I do understand it. You have to pay to go.
Yeah.
You have to pay to go shopping, but I do think it kind of weeds out the people that will be like window shopping and not buy anything. Yeah. So you got to be serious if you're going to actually spend money.
Yeah, we definitely didn't window shop.
Oh, no, we like, but I feel like there would have been so many more people if they didn't have that. And it's crowded as hell.
Right.
But yeah, no, you best believe I got my $20 worth of like going into every single item we were looking at. I made Royal go back 10 times.
We looped the booths like 9 times, but honestly, I was like really happy to do it. I feel like it's just so fun to go and I don't know, like see what you like, see what you don't like, kind of get a good calibration for your taste. Because you know, you go to a booth and you're like, oh, I am not vibing with anything that's here.
Yeah.
And then there's 5 other booths where you're like, okay, every single piece I would buy if I had, 8 figures in my bank account. But I know.
I don't. If you're rich, this is so fun for you.
Oh, well,
yeah, wait, before we get into that, I just want to say, like, we looked so aggressively, and then literally we did, like, a few laps, then took a halftime, like, break, went outside, and then came back focused, locked in. But single-handedly, the craziest thing.
Oh, girl, I'm just walking down the booths. I see some red curly hair over in front of me. Chappell Roan was there. And she was like in her normie era, just kind of walking around. I don't know if it was by herself. Maybe there were some people she was with.
She looked like she was by herself.
Yeah.
Roy was like, oh my God, Chappell Roan's here. And I was like, what? She's like, behind the pillar. And I was like looking like, she's like, literally. Don't make it obvious. And I'm like, I literally can't find her. Like, what? And then I see this big curly hair and I was like, oh.
No, it was chill. Honestly, everyone was super chill with it. It didn't look like she was being swarmed or anything.
No.
Which is always happy to see. And then we saw her like 2 or 3 more times just because we really were cycling around. The other great thing is we were at this, just one of these people's booth, and I'm buying a bag. You bought also a top from there as well. And we leave. The people were super nice, just making small talk with them. We leave, and the lady literally chases us down to give me her card. And she goes, oh, wait, do you model? Like, I would love to have you model my clothes. And I was like, oh my God, bitch, I do model, and I would love to model your clothes.
You got scouted.
Literally, it was so great.
Do you remember the name of the shop?
It was, I think, Anda Archive. We'll link them down below. They were really chill. I got a really cool bag. Okay, here's the bag. It's like this super cute black Christian LaCroix one. And it was only $88. I was so legitimately, like you were saying before, one of the cheapest things we found. And I was super happy with it. And the most important thing, it fits my 16-inch laptop. Like, that's kind of the biggest thing for me. But like, I love it. I'm so glad that I got out of there just with at least one thing. Because like you're saying before, you have to buy a ticket. And it really does force you to be like, okay, I guess I have to get my money's worth, even if it was like a $20 ticket, but still.
I remember last time I went, I got just the hat and I was looking at a skirt and the regret I have for not getting that skirt. So this time I was like, no, I'm not leaving any stone unturned. Like if I see something I want, I'm getting it, except for if it's in like a reasonable price range, which most things weren't. So I came out of there okay.
Though I feel like it is one of those places where you go and you find a grail. You know, we saw some, like we really have the curse of loving JPG, loving Jean Paul Gaultier. I'm not joking. I don't think we found one thing of the brand that was under like $400.
I don't even think I found anything under 800.
No,
I'm not even joking. I'm thinking of that top.
I was being conservative.
Yeah, I'm thinking of that top. I was like, oh, crap. But I was like mentally manifesting that when I am rich and famous, I will have all those dresses in my closet. So they're just on loan to someone else right now, but I will get them.
100%. But so we did that, had a great time. And then in the nighttime, I literally was just like last minute, oh, I'm going out with my friends. Do you want to come? And that's where we had a time last night comes from. So we started the night out at where else but Carousel, the first New York's hottest club. I think we did, right?
Yeah, but I do want to say, like, don't go on a Saturday. Yeah, like that was so busy, and so many normie motherfuckers are there. Not in a good way, not in this kind of way, in like a bad way. Though on a Saturday, any other day, fine.
I feel like don't go unless you can reserve all the spots. I feel like that is the cheat code. I don't know if it costs money, but it was very packed. We were with some friends. Though, again, as always, the little atrium you can go out in, so nice.
Yeah.
So nice.
That was the forgiving experience.
Right.
Great dirty martinis there. I've been getting really into those.
Then we left, and where did we try to go to?
A House of Yes, which another one I'm kind of glad we didn't end up going to on a Saturday, because that is filled with the ketamine frat bros. And like it's not my vibe.
I'm dead.
But we went in line and it was like $50 cover, and we were just like,
and it's cash. I'm like,
yes,
these people are so allergic to doing card. I'm like, oh my God, really? That 2% fee is gonna kill you? And then they're like, oh yeah, just go. It was like literally 2 steps away is those sketchy ATMs that are just outside. And I'm like, there literally 100% feels like there's a card skimmer on these.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just so cold too that I was like, I'm going to another location. There's no me stalling outside.
No. We really got hoodwinked by it being like sunny and nice in the morning and in the afternoon. And then just that New York City wind that puts you in a wind tunnel.
I was like, oh my God, it's spring. We can go out now. No.
But then we went to shout out TikTok, because literally what I'll always do is if I see a place on TikTok, I'll just go instantly into my Google Maps and save it.
That's so smart.
Well, and around the corner was this new lesbian bar called The Bush. I hesitate to say new. Maybe it's been here for longer. I was going to look up when they opened, but lesbian bar nonetheless. Vibes were so great. Like, we go in there and, thankfully, like the DJ started probably 15, 20 minutes after we got there, because I literally saw just one of the people clicking on a playlist.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay. And then the DJ got up and they started playing their set. But such a great time. Like,
oh
packed.
My God. The second I walk in, I see a girl with both her hands on the floor twerking. I was like, oh, we're going to have a time. And
literally,
did we?
Oh, did we?
Did we? We were just like, Royal and I are both very much lightweights, so the 3 drinks we had took us out. We were like, I think I had like a 2-hour shower today, just sitting on the floor.
Oh my God. No, I took the Band-Aid isn't on anymore, but girl, I took my estrogen shot today to give me a little revitalization.
I was
chug
like,
a Red Bull, take my estrogen shot. I'm feeling great. Feeling great.
No, I was from yesterday we had a big day because searching through clothes and then going out, I had I think 3 coffees and a Red Bull. I was literally about like ready to have a heart attack.
Legitimately.
Then we went vodka cran mode, and let's just say we were dancing.
Oh my god, I'm so into it, and they were playing good music too. A lot of TikTok stuff.
A lot of TikTok stuff. But you know what? We had a time, okay? We were there to dance.
You girl bossed a little too hard.
I never really girl bossed too close to the sun, but yesterday, and I'll say I was being a trooper, okay?
You were. I was impressed.
I was being a trooper. I wore my little vintage boots to the club, and let's just say one of the heels did not survive the club, but I was dancing with the heel fully broken off, like of one for at least 30 minutes. Like before I told you guys.
And you said that and I was like, oh my God, like we were going hard. We were
like having a great time, dancing.
3 vodka crans in.
3 vodka crans. Shorty's like grinding up on us.
I know. It was fun. It was a great time. And like, when do you not have a good time at a lesbian bar?
Never. And there's only like 3 in the city. It's like a dying thing. So you have to go support them.
No, and I feel like, obviously the other one is Ginger's. I feel like Ginger's has a different vibe sometimes, New
York's hottest club, Ginger's.
Honestly, New York's hottest club, Ginger's. But this one was so great. And it's one of those bars that is just super long.
Yeah.
So, the dance floor is at like the other end. But then they also had like a bunch of tables and stuff, which I really liked.
Yeah, and it's good. It's away from the dance floor so you can talk and, hang out. But oh my gosh, I loved it. Like, so few and far between where you can really go out and dance and not have it be like a predatory thing.
Absolutely.
So like, we had people grind up on us, but it's different when it's like a 4'9" shawty versus like at House of Yes, you have finance bros like grabbing you.
Which is not the vibe in the slightest.
Yeah. In House of Yes, they like make you fill out a form when you're like you're buying a ticket, and it's like a consent form. And I swear straight guys see that and take it as a challenge. Like, I remember last time I went with my friends, they were like, do I have your consent to touch you? And then like go grab you.
Oh my God.
So
why would a man be there? Why would a man be there?
They have taken over that space. I haven't gone in a while since that experience. So honestly, I'm not upset that we didn't go last night.
Let me tell you, some of these metrosexual men, it's killing me. But regardless, of course, we didn't go. We went to the Bush. It was so fun. And oh my God, 100% we'll go again. Like, that is definitely a spot now.
Yeah. Go down Bushwick. Like, you don't. It's really hard to have a bad night there. So
right. I did lose my earring, which kind of sucked. But honestly, like, listen. You lose an earring, you lose a heel. That just means you had a great night.
Oh, yeah. I woke up like, dang, Shawty went a little crazy at the club, had a great time. You lost an earring,
Exactly. The other thing that we did, too, was, girl, we got boiler room tickets.
Yes.
We got boiler room tickets.
We do not know who the DJ is, but we are ready.
Gonna be good. We are so ready. Where is it? Brooklyn Mirage, I think, in like
I think July? So. In July. So the Killer, if you're looking for us. Which, by the way, I feel like that just died down. But there is literally a killer out in Bushwick.
Yeah.
Killing gay men.
We can't go into it because of YouTube censorship.
Okay, but right. But Wendy Williams...
Look it up. Yeah, literally the killer. The killer's escaping. Sarah Paulson. Anyways, let's dive into the fashion news of the week, because there has been a lot of stuff happening. Like, I really have been right after we turn off the podcast last week, Jonathan Anderson leaves Loewe. Like, how big is that? I feel like that is I don't want to say that's bigger than Demna leaving Balenciaga, but like on the same
equally shocking. Like, they're dropping like flies here,
right?
But great, excited to see what he does next.
Absolutely.
Interested.
People, what are people saying he's gonna go to? I think people are saying he's gonna go to Dior, possibly.
Oh, I was hearing something different for Dior. Can't think of it right now, but brain's working mid.
Look it up. You guys got to do some work. Watch the whole podcast though. Don't get our retention down. But He leaves Loewe, and I feel like it's just kind of the same discussion of what we had with Demna last week with, we're excited to see what he's going to be. Who's going to go to Loewe? What's their first kind of, runway show going to look like?
Yes, I did hear Martine Rose, they've been saying for Loewe or for Dior. I can't remember, one of the two. We'll fact check, but I'd love to see that. I'm a huge stan of hers, so would love to see that.
Oh my God, we're just in this time right now where things are getting shaken up. Like
another person to put on the roster of switching around.
Yeah, so. Legitimately, if you saw that from last week. But that was great. JPG released their Spring Summer 2025, and as always, as we said before, we are kind of just sluts for them. Yes. And I always love the stuff they do. They had this really cool like buttoned all the way down pants, and then they had this like mini shorts for it as well. We'll put up some pictures. They also had this really cool like denim bra that like had folded and wrapped denim around the boobs, but it was like so cool.
Yep. MF approved. JPG approved. Season 2025 approved. Yes. We love. Balenciaga did a Nadia Lee Cohen campaign, and I love her. She is so talented.
Absolutely.
She's the photographer and like director behind the, not to bring up Kim K again, but Santa Baby like thing that she did. There's also the like interview mag cover with Rihanna where she was wearing like the nun like head thing.
Oh my God.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes. We'll put up a photo.
Yeah. I mean, overall, it just does some amazing work. She is one of my favorite photographers. If you want to see a really cool Instagram account, go check her work out.
We'll link her in the bio. I'm giving myself a lot of work.
I know
this, but like whatever.
You may or may not see the clips. You could also just use your brain and look it up.
Exactly. Take everything with a grain of salt. You
know?
If
we say we're gonna do something like and we don't, maybe just use your brain and like you can figure it out.
Exactly.
I'm being a little too honest in the Hangover pod, but that's what you get. Sunglasses on and honesty.
Yeah, you're not showing your eyes. The other one was Mugler. They had such a cool campaign with Gabrielle, Alex Consani. Who else was there?
I actually didn't write anybody else down. I know there was others, but they pulled the Charlie XCX girls and they said, you two, you're going to pull out some Nosferatu movement. I feel like the movement director or whatever they did was just like, all right, go watch Nosferatu and then come back.
It was so cool. Like they did this really cool kind of like long exposure iridescent thing with their faces. Very like almost ghost hunters-esque with like the infrared cameras they use almost.
Yes.
But I don't know. I'm just like so constantly amazed by how just cool things pop up. Like I was talking to this with my roommate Zoe, but just there's millions of albums, there's millions of like songs to listen to. Like we're never gonna run out of really cool things to talk about. And I love it just when they push the envelope. I don't know if I would label this as like heavy envelope pushing, but like it's super duper cool.
Yeah, I love when a fashion brand goes weird. Like, please keep doing weird things. Like, I'm interested. You're doing it for like the baddie girls.
I wonder if Hunter Schafer was on this. I can't remember if I saw her, but of course Mugler. Like, you're going to see your girl Hunter with Mugler.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see. We'll look into it. I don't know. You do the work.
Yeah, you go check.
you go let us know.
Anyways, I think we're going to take a little break. When we come back, we'll talk. You wanted to talk about the...
Yeah, I wanted to talk about the Vivian Jenna Wilson, Elon Musk's daughter. She had some awesome things to say. Also, I forgot to mention earlier, but another thing that we skipped over was our Uber home last night.
Yeah.
Royal, I wish I recorded this, but Royal was being real nice to me. I was like, wow, Royal's being sincere. She had her 3 vodka crayons.
It came from the heart.
I was like, oh my God, wow. What's happening right now? I didn't say no nice things back. I was just, I was living in the...
Don't think I didn't notice, okay?
No, I know. I was like, oh my God, I'm so shocked right now.
Anyways, we'll come back. We'll talk more about that. And yeah, we'll speak about the topic. So. Okay, we're back, and literally it sounds like the construction has moved right under us. So if you hear anything, literally just disregard that. But why don't you take us into this latter half of the episode?
Okay, so Teen Vogue did an episode with Elon Musk's daughter, Vivian Jenna Wilson. Let me read it off my phone because she had a great quote in there where she absolutely set him on fire. And we stand an Elon Musk hater. So the question was, do you ever feel scared? He's the richest man in the world. And she goes, he's a pathetic man-child. Why would I feel scared of him? Oh, he has so much power. Nah. I don't give a fuck. Why should I be scared of this man? Because he's rich? Oh no, I'm trembling. Ooh, shivering in my boots here. I don't give a fuck how much money anyone has. I don't. I really don't. He owns Twitter. Okay, congratulations. I feel like that attitude is what we need to stay with because, yeah, it's getting depressing. Life is getting hard. We were just having a conversation with our friend Cody at lunch the other day where he was saying that he was getting pushed on the subway because he was, very outwardly gay, like dressing in, wearing makeup, having earrings on. And people are feeling very emboldened in New York now because of the fucking president to wear their MAGA hats proudly and be, I'm not going to say the word, but Elon supporters.
It very much, it's like a scary thing, obviously being a trans person too, where I'm just like, okay, yeah, is something going to happen on the train? Is somebody going to clock me? Because it's happened before. I've had it where like, yeah, somebody's saying some crazy stuff about there's only two genders, like XYZ. And I don't know, I feel like such a big thing for me is just like, well, I can't let that stop me from going out. But at the same time, that doesn't mean, it should keep going on. Like, it really is crazy. And I think right now is the time for all of the allies to actually come and show up, and actually really support the trans people, support the gay people in their lives, support the immigrants in their lives, who are just needlessly being attacked for political points and things. Like, it really is ridiculous. And, I just try and see the light at the end of the tunnel, but it's hard when the tunnel is 4 years long and seems like it's getting longer and longer as the time goes on, you know?
It's to the point where it's like, okay, things are happening that are so horrendous and bad that you can either just like let it, take it up the ass, or like you have to, this is the time to fight back. Like I remember when Trump got elected, me and you, we were just like at the beginning talks of this podcast and we were like, what is something that we like, what do we do? And so many things that you've said were just like, well, it's just about visibility and showing people that we were human, we are just people.
Absolutely.
Like it's just about visibility, and like this is kind of the way we fight back. And Cody, as Cody said, like it's not gonna stop me from being who I am and putting on my makeup every day and getting up and he doesn't wear makeup every day, but putting on my clothes and being myself.
I think that is, that is their goal, is to scare us into hiding, is to scare us into not being outwardly queer or outwardly trans. And all of this really does just make me want to be myself even more and make me just want to be so visible even more. Just because of course, the importance of it and how literally just being visible can help, the dehumanization of my community. So yeah, it's like such an important thing to remember. So all the dolls out there, I got you. If you got me, we all got each other. We all got each other. Like it really is a like, listen, if one person gets lifted up, then we all get lifted up. I think that's such an important thing because sometimes really I feel like people get involved in either infighting or just like focusing on the wrong things. And it's like, no, babes, we need to really realize who our common enemy is and to band together, because there's strength in numbers. There's strength in coming together as a community and showing these people that no, we're not going to go away, because your perception might be like, oh, this is something that isn't real and it's not happening, when I'm a real person. Trans people exist. Gay people exist. You know, it's really crazy that we're like having to rehash all this. Because I'm like, what is this, the early 2000s again? Like, that our outfits may be that, but like, that is not where we're at. We're in 2025.
We're solely going on aesthetics, not the political state.
No.
Like, your little MAGA hats do not scare me. We're coming back. We're dressing cuntier than ever.
Yes.
And like, that's the thing about clothes, is that it makes a statement very aggressively. And it's like, all right, fine. We will not be like shunned out into submission. Like, the second they come for one of us, they come for all of us. Absolutely. So if you don't have that like mentality, then you're one of the fucking dumb Trump women that like doesn't think that you think that if you're gonna kiss ass that they're gonna
gays for Trump. We're one of the good ones. Like, it really is just a little ridiculous. And you know, I do feel bad for those people, because you know, they're disillusioned. They're disillusioned.
Yeah, I mean, the internalized misogyny, homophobia is so real, and it's like these things have such lasting impacts. Like, the literal Department of Labor is being defunded. That is not the win they think it is.
Well, and you know, the Department of Education as well.
That's what I meant. Education.
Education.
You know, listen, we're doing the best here, okay? That means kids are having to drop out of school, like out of college. Kids with disabilities, they're losing their rights to be going to school, getting that kind of help that they need. Like, this is just, now you're fighting, you're messing with kids. We're gonna get even dumber as a country.
Legitimately.
Like, right now, there was like a statistic that happiness levels in the U.S. are the lowest they've ever been. Like, wow, that's crazy. It's correlating to, you know.
Who would have thought? Who would have thought that? You know, it really is insane. And I hope that people do recognize the like almost irreparable damage that these things could do. But you know, there are people fighting. I think that's the thing I have to remember, is like, okay, there are people fighting for our rights. There are people that are going into the courts and fighting this and making sure we have checks and balances, and it's not just the executive branch that gets to just jump in and do anything they want without, you know, having someone being like, you're overusing your power and you're literally being a king. And, you know, we're looking like an oligarchy every single day, more and more.
Yeah. Like, you know what? We are going to continue going out, continue being who we are and dressing good.
Absolutely.
Great, stunning. We're going to continue to turn heads, and that's it, you know? Like you said, we're not rolling over or being quiet and taking it. Like, it's time to be just as loud, if not louder. But I know it's like frightening because people are literally getting violent. But okay, it's time to fight.
Yeah, honestly. Okay.
And maybe lighter news. We'll go with some pop culture, unless you have anything else you want to say to that sad, depressing.
Oh, I have a lot, but we'll save that for a future episode. I really want to do a whole trans rights, trans history episode. I think that'd be so fun. Pop culture, girl, it was the Severance finale. It was the Severance finale. And I kind of want my flowers. Okay, I spent some time, put together a banner. We'll put the photos up here. We'll put the photos of the Severance party up here. Had a nice banner. Also printed out the like cards. If you don't watch Severance, you're literally not going to care about this. But
still watch anyway.
Yeah,
but that's why the episode was late. I'm just kidding. Royal went insane. She had balloons, streamers, melon balls. She did her big one. we had pantsuits on. Mm-hmm. We had pizza. Mm-hmm. We had name tags. That was our small contribution.
We were gonna do a waffle party, but we stayed up late.
Gorged
we engorged.
Had enough food.
Okay, we had to cut. I literally just had a coughing fit. Back to Severance party. Oh my god.
Yes.
It's all red now.
I don't remember where we were, but Royal really went off.
It was fun.
Yes.
Like
crazy season finale.
Oh my god. Listen, we said this before. If you haven't watched Severance, like what are you doing? It's really satisfying watching it in a row and not having to wait a week for the episodes to come out. But
I'm sorry, did you not enjoy our little hangouts? You wanted to just binge?
No. It was great. And the cinematography is just so beautiful. The music, the music choices are so beautiful. Shout out Ben Stiller and all the other directors who did this season's such a good show.
Incredible. This is the last, I think, that you'll hear of this. So
we're hungover, guys. Okay, yeah, that was the one pop culture. The fashion and pop culture segments blend together, right? Like I think that was a lot of the Teen Vogue stuff too. Now we're gonna get to Rex, which I'll do my two, which of course it's gonna be music. The first one, and we were actually talking about this before, is Raven Lenae. If you don't know Raven Lenae, she is beautiful R&B singer, such an amazing voice. She's actually doing a couple shows at the Blue Note, which is this jazz club in Manhattan. Super sad I couldn't get tickets. They all sold out. But her most recent album is just so beautiful. Some really great like R&B beats. Like I love it. I love it. And then the other one, which literally I feel like I was singing all day yesterday, is West End Girls by the Pet Shop Boys.
Yes.
Just such like a good 80s song. So great. Like so catchy. So catchy.
I think the whole day that was going in and out of my brain.
Legitimately.
You kept singing random parts. I this episode literally wrote down NA. So y'all can go ahead and read the Bible, which is, of course, the Julia Fox Down the Drain book.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it, though. I don't have anything else written, and this is kind of the episode that we've got for you today.
Listen, we're hungover. We're doing the best we can.
Yeah.
Okay?
So you're welcome.
Judging. Yeah,
we're
you're
committed.
welcome.
Will say today's tarot cards are, I pulled the Sun, which is the Leo card.
What did I pull?
You pulled the High Priestess, which is the most powerful female card in the deck.
Okay.
So,
okay, love.
Yeah, there you guys go.
Anyways, that's it. Follow us, of course. Follow the MF Instagram. Follow me and Vanessa on Instagram. And we'll see you in the next episode. Bye.
Bye.